In this short tutorial, I want to talk to you about our new crawler automation and how you can use it to perform website audits in minutes. So let's get started. So first up, let's create a new workflow. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off with the crawler automation. And we're going to do it on our website. For this, I'm just going to choose 10 URLs for the example, but you can specify as many URLs as you need. Next up, what we're going to do is for each URL, we're going to check out the SEO meta tags that we have. So I'm going to use the crawled URL, and I'm going to choose, for example, title tag and meta description. But you also have access to, for example, canonical, robots, the open graph tags, as well as the Twitter graph tags. Next up, what we can do, we could get, for example, the word count for each page. We can do a grammar and spelling audit. So here I'm going to use the crawl URL. I'm going to use English US. And here we can choose different data points. So I'm just going to, as for the example, choose all of them. Next up, we could take a screenshot, for example, of each page. So you could use the crawl URL. And we could, for example, say, I want to see how all the pages look like in a mobile device, in a large laptop, a tablet maybe. So we can do that pretty easily. Let's run this and see what we get. So I'm just going to open up one I made earlier. So here it was crawling our Hexact website. Here we can see the status code of the page. So this tells us whether the page was working or not. So it's good to detect broken links. We can choose whether, when we're creating a new crawl, whether to crawl for internal or external or both pages. In this case, we just chose internal. We can have a look at our spelling and grammar audit. I'm just going to click this. So here is an example audit. So it highlights potential spelling mistakes. So in this case, we don't have hexamatic in our dictionary. And it also highlights potential grammar mistakes. Next up, we can see how many number of issues, the words which were detected as being potentially misspelled, potential replacements, see our SEO meta title, description, the word count, the character count, etc. So the crawler automation is really handy when you want to run checks on all the pages detected on the website. So usually there are two ways of doing this. You can use the crawler automation, or you can use the sitemap automation. But if a website doesn't have a sitemap, this will crawl it just like Google, and you can specify how deep you want the crawl to be. So I hope this is helpful. I hope this gives you some ideas of how you can use this in your business. Until then, take care.